who is the fighter in that picture standing next to Victor Conti posing? I need one person in the chat to just tell me that. Okay, great. Larry Smith, thank you so much. Um, Andre Berto. Thank you, Andre Smith. Andre Berto. Now, why am I putting up a picture of Andre Berto? Because first of all, Andre Berto is still listed on the website as a sponsored athlete, right? So, with that being said, all right, this article is on the Snack website. And if you notice, I circled it down the bottom on the left-hand side of the article, August 19th, 2011. And the title reads, Overtrained Berto teams with Conte to overcome Zavek from anemia. That was in August 19, 2011. Right? Now, let's see what happened in May 18th, 2012. All right, let me take that back. We got August 2011. He teams up with Victor Conti. And now we see that in May of 2020, excuse me, May of 2012, Andre Berto tested positive for the steroid narangisterone, narangisterone, and that is why Lou DiBella and them had to pull out of the fight because remember, Andre Berto was scheduled to fight Victor Ortiz in the rematch because their first fight was explosive. But of course, the rematch did not happen because Andre Berto tested positive nearly 9 or 10 months after he was with Victor Conti. All right. Now, another test. His name is already on the screen. I was going to do a check to make sure everybody knew who he was. Okay, great. So we know who this boxer is. Willie Monroe Jr., right? He's also a sponsored athlete on snack.com's website, right? And we've seen him compete against a lot of fighters. Of course, Triple G was one of them. At least he moved up to fight Triple G in his most notable, biggest payday. But my point is, that's Willie Monroe Jr. Now, what is the significance of Willie Monroe Jr.? Because people have, I think what people have is short-term memory loss. And so when you hear Manager Marty start speaking on this stuff, I'm not talking about something that just happened just yesterday. I'm talking about things that, happened within the last 5, 10, 15 years since Victor Conti has made his way in the sport of boxing. And not all of the fighters that work with Conti tested positive for anything, nor were they on steroids. But I have to bring this up because, Jay has said that none of the athletes that work with him tested positive, and I'm here to clarify basically that they did. So now we know here, Willie Monroe Jr., this is August 22nd in 2018, nearly 5 years ago. Most people don't remember this, but Willie Monroe was scheduled to fight Jamal Charlo in a big fight on PBC, right? That was in August of 2018. He is a part of the snack program. However, that fight did not materialize, and Jamal Charlo had to get a last-minute replacement because in December of 2018, let me go back to the date again. So we have August of 2018, and then months and months later, September, October, November, December, 4 months later, in December of 2018, the VADA, Voluntary Anti-Doping Association, and the WBC announced that it has found an adverse finding coming from a urine sample taken a month prior in November. And so he was scheduled to fight on December the 22nd on Fox at the Barclays Center against Jamal Charlo. And of course, that fight did not happen because he tested positive for a banned substance. And of course, at that time, he was working with Victor Conti. So I'm saying all this to say that knowing the history of things that happened 5 years ago with Willie Monroe, over 10 years ago with Andre Berto, and now he still have other athletes going over there, including Terrence Crawford. So my thing is with Crawford fans, I'm going to be clear with this. If you don't have a problem with Crawford being over there on the snack program with Victor Conti, then you should equally not have a problem when people are suspicious of the last 3 fights he's been with Victor Conti. You can't have a problem at this. You can't have it both ways. You can't say, I'm cool with Crawford being over there with Victor Conti in the snack program and then get mad at manager Marty for saying the snack program works and getting mad because I'm actually explaining the fact that not only does it work, but even in their own advertisement itself, it's basically telling you that it enhanced performance. The product